Okay, I wanted to talk about how the stats or the traits are very important, especially when it comes to breeding and overall speed. So I figured that I would show this with the lucrative business of making cake. Cake is used for breeding specifically, and they eat one cake equals one egg. So when you're doing mass breeding to get like your secondaries up, such as the Kelpsies for your fire damage, to get these all the way up, you have to breed up to 464 in total and hatch, or you could go catch them. It just depends on what you're using. Some of the stuff that is in abundance, like chickpeas or stuff like that, are pretty easy to catch and do a combination of that with breeding and to get it done a little bit faster. But stuff like the Kelpy Ignis, you really, it's kind of a waste of time to go out and try to catch them. You're wasting materials and the spheres themselves when you're going out there and catching them. So it's just easier to breed for them. So you get a lot of them up and basically put them into themselves. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because of the conversation yesterday where I was talking about breeding and how important it is for the traits themselves to be on the animals, and also for them to be some of the top tier work suitability. So he's at a kindling 4. This is only at a kindling 2. And then we have our Yormantides in 3 different amalgamations. So you have the one that I caught with no traits that are beneficial to work speed, and he's at kindling 4 stacked. Like that's and just to start off with. Then we have one that is at a 1 star, because I don't have one that's not below a 1 star, because I had a lot of them and I just invested into the good ones. When you're looking for your basic stuff when it comes to work speed, if you can't get lucky, then conceited is about the only other option with 10% work speed. Then work slave with 30% work speed, serious with 20, and artisan with 50. So you get a total of about 110%. With lucky on this, then you get 15%. So it's 115% to work speed. And a lot of people would say that it's kind of pushing hairs to really get that, but it's not that big of a deal once you understand the whole breeding process, which you can watch my prior video on. So just to demonstrate this, we're going to go ahead and put like 100 and we got the ability to make 223 cakes right now. And that's because of the chickens and the honey and yada, 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 yada. So you get that. So 223 cakes, which we're not going to watch all of them, but all right. So he is like, okay, I was about to say, nonetheless, the Kelpy, this is kindling 2. Not that fast, as you can see. Pretty slow. This would take a while to make even just 1 cake. With the kindling 4, he's at kindling 3, I think. 3 or 4. Where's he at? No, he's kindling 1. Okay, I was wrong with that. And yeah, you can see he's extremely slow. So the Kelpsy's 2, that one's only 1. This is what a 4 looks like, because he's ranked up all the way and maxed. So as you can see, 4 pretty quick, not too bad. But the Yormantide with 4, because he's got negative work stats, because he's like a war animal. He is confused and stuck. Get in there. Yormantide with kindling 4, a lot faster. And if you're looking to where to get these guys, they are over on this island over here, which is another animal sanctuary, where you can get them pretty abundant. They're over there quite often, and quite a lot of them. We had found that out a little while ago. And the only way to get these as far as breeding is literally to breed them with themselves. So you can't really get the Yormantide Ignis without having a Yormantide Ignis. There is no breeding matrix that allows you to do that. So that is just a regular one with no stats. As you can see in the party here, he's the 43 that I caught. He doesn't have any of the traits, nothing in stats, just bare bones. But he is kindling 4, so that's already a good start with cake making. So we're already at 2. That's not too bad. Now this is one that does have the traits that we're looking for with 110% to work speed. But he doesn't have but 1 star in him, and he has nothing as far as the statue increases with the PAL souls. So he doesn't have anything with that. He is actually really fast. Just with the stats themselves, or the traits themselves, you already get a huge bump up in work speed. So that's already pretty good. Now the Kuda Dra, or Kuda Bra, whatever I don't know, Kuda Brr. This is the one where it is completely maxed out. It is 10 on the work speed. I have it at a 5-star, which realistically is just for the partner skill, but it also increases work speed. He's at 191 work speed, has the traits that we want with 110%. So him on a thing, or this dude on the thing, is very fast. So you can crank out cakes way faster this way. Another thing with the cakes themselves, they do have a timer on them as far as their spoil timer. But the way to prevent that is by just putting them into the breeding pen. And if you have enough room and you're only doing like single breedings at the time, just put them in the one that doesn't have anybody breeding, and they'll stay because the timer gets cut off and they don't spoil in the actual breeding cage, which I'll show you over here. The refrigerator's not a bad option either. They don't go down really, but your best option is definitely just to put them into the breeding pen area. The main reason why is because with the breeding pen area, they don't have like the timer stops entirely. They come back to 20 minutes. And then if you take them out, you can see that they go down and they start going down. So that is what it is. But put them in there, boom, back up to 20. So you can make as many cakes as you want and be able to save them back just in case if you're not in breeding. Cake making is definitely a must when it comes to breeding because you're going to need a lot of cake. And that's why I bred up first the cows, chickens, and the bee guards to get the honey going. I haven't really messed with the breeding for the planters or harvesters or anything like that. There is a harvester or gatherer rather, which is how you get the stuff off the line really quick. That is a 3, and I think it's Verdash. Yeah, Verdash has a gathering 3. So you can get him out with also having Laylene with a planting 4. That's her stock. That's like nothing crazy on it. She just has work slave on her. I didn't breed her. That's just one that I bred to get one to come out. I didn't concentrate on traits. I just needed one. And then also you want like something like a Yormantide to be watering with that because they're watering 4. Best other option is the Broncharia Aqua. Pretty early on you can get them and very easy to get them as well. I'm pretty sure this one's a watering 3 as well, and that's a boss that you can find very early on as well. She is right over here. And you could catch her. Level 17, you already got watering 3. She is a planting 3, so 28. You can get that. If I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure that I'm not talking out of my butt. Yeah, planting 3. And you can get her pretty early on as well. So yeah, you definitely just need a planter, gatherer, and a waterer to get the wheat going. I currently have 4 of the fields going, and then I have another 2 or 3 at the breeding area just maximize the efficiency of that. But yeah, that's cake making in a nutshell, and try to get it down as quick as possible. There you go. Have a good one.